Yesterday, before the Senate Banking Committee, they admitted that banks deserve more scrutiny and suggested that the executives of the failed banks might face punishment.
This is a textbook case of bank mismanagement. The risks the bank face, interest rate risk and liquidity risk, those are bread and butter banking issues. The firm was quite aware of those issues. They were quite vulnerable to risk, to shocks, and they didn't take the actions necessary to.
Joining us now for his perspective on that hearing, Kevin O'Leary, judge on Shark Tank and chairman of O'Leary Ventures. A lot of buck passing that went on during that hearing yesterday, don't you think?
And why don't you say what you really feel this time? Okay, Kev.
Which he never does.
You know, were there idiot bankers? Yes. Were they incompetent? Yes. When you have top lawmakers calling you the worst of the worst of the worst, it just doesn't get any worse, and it can't get any worse for those people. But they're not even the mandate or story anymore. It doesn't matter. The question becomes, what do we do about regional banking in this country going forward? And that's really what's at debate here, because, you know, if you're a consumer and you're sitting with more than $250,000 in a small bank in some state somewhere, and you're watching this play out in Washington with all the grandstanding of hearings, what do? Do you feel better or worse? I say you feel worse. I say this is the beginning of the demise of small banks for sure, and that we're going to end up with an oligopoly of very large institutions with an imputed concept that they're backed by the federal government. Not guaranteed, imputed.
But you're not advocating for that. You're saying that's just what's going to happen.
No,
that's
I'm not advocating for it. I have come to the conclusion, as many others have that are discussing this, that I do not want to pay for every idiot banker's mistake. It's not on me as a taxpayer. And there are many idiot bankers. I know it's harsh words, but let's put it the way it is. These people were incompetent, and that's what happened. Now, why do I own that problem? Particularly if I don't live in California. I don't care what they do in California. And that's why I'm saying, okay, now that we're learning this, what are we going to do about it? What's the new plan?
Can I just ask one thing? Because what you're saying, it goes with this. You're saying that every taxpayer should be asking one question right now. And what is that? What is that question?
Do I personally want to guarantee every tiny bank in America? That's the only question we need to answer. Is it yes or is it no? Because you heard Yellen backpedal from that when she proposed the idea that there's going to be a guarantee, no matter what the amount is, in every single account in America. And the backlash that came through from that was a heavy wave. And she said, well, okay, maybe not. Now we have the same question back.
Because what you're saying is different than what the White House is saying, which they're saying taxpayers aren't on the hook for this because it's being paid through the fees. But you're arguing indirectly it is them on the hook for this. The question, though, I think coming out of this is then what are the solutions? Because you heard a lot of the grilling that happened yesterday. You didn't hear a lot of answers about how to resolve these issues.
All right, let me suggest a solution, okay?
Okay.
If you're a state, and remember why we had regional banks in the first place, because you as a state said we're different than anywhere else in America. Our economy is based on technology.
And they do a big service to communities.
Right, service to community, a kumbaya thing, know your banker, mortgages for your commercial real estate, maybe your home. And it's just a wonderful feeling that you used to drive your bicycle to the regional bank and go in and take out $10, okay? That's what the emotional tie to a regional bank is. Is any of that reality today? No. It's all done online, so we don't even need that building. However, if you really want to have a regional bank and you feel as a governor or senator of your state, then you should own the risk. You should tell the people in your voting constituency
but
that...
Why? Why can't you have a mid-sized bank? Why can't you have a community bank and not you, the individual, be the person who's on the hook for the bank's actions?
Because you don't need it. That's my whole point. Do you get a credit card from a regional bank? No. You go online, you put your...
A lot of people have credit cards from regional banks.
Do you need that? You don't.
A lot of people do that.
Okay.
PPP loans.
So,
we talked about this last time you were here. They were instrumental in helping people.
You're giving me the kumbaya why we should keep this open. But you asked me the tough question.
Not kumbaya.
Well, would you personally guarantee the bank in New Jersey or New York? Would you personally go on the hook because you want to have a regional bank in these states? Yes or no?
I think mid-sized banks are important, and I think they serve communities. I'm telling you, I'm from a small town in Alabama. When the PPP loans were going out, people don't get online and go to J.P. Morgan if they own a small mom-and-pop business.
You couldn't go to a bank then.
Today, it's different because you basically do everything online. So what I'm arguing is, I just want you to take ownership of your kumbaya thing. If you really want to keep a regional bank open...
It's not kumbaya. I'm
eat
not a
it.
sentimental person.
Well-
I'm saying that I think they are actually instrumental and that they're helpful to mid-sized communities. After we
Okay,
had you on the last
okay.
time, I heard from people
Then
who
good,
agreed
you
with
believe that. Then you eat it. I'm Mr. Taxpayer in any state. I represent all the rest of us who don't agree with you and are saying, you want that, you eat it. And so if
I'm saying, why is there no medium? You know, if you're saying, I understand what you're saying.
Because either you make money or you lose money. It's binary. It's black or white. Either you're going to back up that bank because you think it has merit, or you don't. I'm telling you, if you take a vote in America today and you go to every single constituency in every city and say, do you want to own the problems of a New York bank or a California bank or a Massachusetts bank or a Minnesotan bank? They'll put up their hand and say, what does it have to do with me? I go online and get my credit card from somewhere else. This is the debate we're having in America. Now, what we're going to see today on the Hill is just more bank bashing. And by the way, I listened to that testimony as an investor. I am never going to buy a bank stock. It's over.
All right, let me look. I kind of like going to my hometown or
you eat
where
it?
I live.
That's
No. I kind of like the idea, but I do understand what you're saying. It's not It's not needed anymore. It's not Mayberry USA anymore. Even though we have that. We kind of want that nostalgia, right? We want to go to our local.
You want it,
buy
Don,
local.
but you don't want to pay for it.
No, I'm just saying you in the universal sense. I'm not saying me specifically. But do I like going into the bank and people saying, hey, Mr. Lemon, how are you? Good to see you. I like that. But I understand what you're saying. It's not necessary anymore. We don't necessarily need that. So I get
It's
your
now
point.
the time in America to ask Americans, do they want to pay for these things?
Okay, gotcha. All right, I understand that. But just quickly, do you think that these execs should have their bonuses clawed back?
Oh, it's going to get way worse than that for them. They're going to be negligent. It's never good when you're sitting at home on your sofa and you're watching Congress testify with your name that you're a bad manager. I guarantee you they're all having bad hair days. And you know that $3 million that they got, the 2 weeks the CEO sold his stock? He's already spent that in legal fees. They may want to claw it back, but he is up to his you-know-what in problems because everybody's going to sue those guys are getting sued back to the Stone Age, but who cares? It doesn't change the big dilemma in America.